Hello, Mr. Kaufman?
Yes.
Yes, this is Michelle from Spoiler Free Movie Sleuth calling to just do a little interview with you.
Great.
Yay! I was scared you weren't going to pick up the phone.
Okay, let's start.
All right, cool. Well, my first question is about Class of Nuke'em High. Actually, I'm a super big fan of your movies. I used to watch them a lot on USA Up All Night when I was like younger, when I was like, 13, 14. And I actually rewatched it and it's still awesome. And then now you're making Return to Nuke'em High. And I was wondering if it was a lot different from the other time you made it, or, if you had to like change things to appeal to more, modern audience.
I think you have to see the film. I think it's coming to a theater in Detroit. The movie's played at about 100 theaters so far. And there's a website that has a lot of the reviews and quotes and descriptions and synopsis and all that kind of stuff. It's returntoNukemHigh.com.
Yeah, why did you split it into two, like Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2?
Well, Tarantino advised that a long time ago. He suggested that because there are so many small films, we ought to do something, because Troma's so distinguished and long-running, that we ought to do something monumental. So we decided we would make a two-part movie. We've shot Volume 2. We are now editing Volume 2. Just the fact when you called me, I was just reviewing some of the rough cut of Volume 2. We hope to have Volume 2 completed for this year's Cannes Film Festival. 2014 is the 40th year of Troma.
Also, I took a look at your site and I saw you wrote some essays, and I actually read your one on net neutrality, and it was very informative. And I was wondering what you thought about the current, how it got struck down. Do you think that's going to be very detrimental to like independent filmmaking and releasing stuff on the internet?
It's not going to help you or Troma. That's for sure. But on the other hand, we nerds managed to get rid of SOPA, the Stop Online Piracy Act, which was just another attempt to destroy net neutrality. So I'm somewhat optimistic that millions and millions of young people will bombard their elected officials with protests and make sure that Congress takes action to rewrite the net neutrality rules and make sure that the ISPs do not throttle us or create a toll road that's going to cost a lot of money that only the rich and powerful will be able to afford, and that the rest of us will be forced to travel along a crappy dirt road in the internet world, in the ether. So it's not a great thing, but the power of the consumer is pretty, especially the internet consumers, they're pretty powerful. So, I'm sort of optimistic that somehow we'll win.
We have a lot of voice on the internet, and with Reddit and stuff like that, we could definitely probably get something.
Well, let's hope so. I'm writing a little essay now, kind of an updated essay about net neutrality. But if you go to YouTube, I've filmed a couple of the videos about net neutrality and explaining it. If you just type in Lloyd Kaufman and net neutrality, has some very important issues within it we need to be aware of.
Oh, excellent. Well, when we put this up on the website, I'll definitely put all the links to all these things that you've been speaking about, so everybody can take a look for themselves also. And also,
that's great, Michelle. That's great. It's very important. Also, I tweet about it quite a bit, and other people who are interested in net neutrality contact me on at Lloyd Kaufman on Twitter.
Excellent. And speaking of YouTube, I noticed that you have like a whole lot of your Troma films on there, like maybe like 150 plus. I just want to say that's really cool that you do something like that. A lot of us have unplugged from cable companies and stuff, and we want to get our media, but in a legal way. And you made it easy for us to watch your films if we wanted to, instead of having to, go through actual giant companies. We can just watch them whenever we want, which I just thought was cool.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for them, for one. And we did it because our fans are the main reason that Troma still exists after 40 years. So we wanted, at least temporarily, to thank them and give them, I think we've got 250 free movies. Also, there's a channel called Make Your Own Damn Movie channel. Every week we put up one of my Make Your Own Damn Movie lessons. And that's all free.
I saw also that you did a Kickstarter to fund Occupy Cannes. And are you going to use that more often to make Troma films? Because I think Kickstarters are really, really awesome for independent filmmakers, because we as the fans can contribute to something that we want to see and give you the money so you can just control it. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's difficult, unless you're famous. We're not famous enough, really. Our fans have helped us twice, but our fans are young and our fans are poor, so I don't think we can ask them again for quite a while. Our fans put up about half the money for Occupy Can, and we're eternally grateful. We've shot it, and we're currently editing it, but we have to go back to Can and do a little more filming, and it's going to be a while before we finish Occupy Can. But it's thanks to our fans that got made. I think the Kickstarters and Indiegogo are going to be tough. I know Spike Lee can raise $3 million. He owns a $30 million mansion, I believe, and stuff like that. Yeah. And he can go begging for some reason, and people give him money. It's kind of interesting. And, there's other stars who are able, because they have a big following. If you're unknown, it's going to be very hard to get money from Kickstarter or Indiegogo unless you've got a subject that people are really interested in. But I don't want to be governed by styles or fads or other people. Right. So, I dance to my own tune. And there aren't that many people who are interested in the tune I'm singing. And those who are, as they say, are kind of underdogs themselves and not that able to contribute. My advice to young people, if they want to use Kickstarter, is they probably have to have an invention, some kind of invention that people really need, some kind of a new zipper, something that revolutionizes the zippers, or a movie that has a subject matter that people are really interested in. Maybe, you do the life of Jesus. There are a lot of people who are religious who might contribute, even though they don't know who you are.
Right.
Or, some kind of theme. If you do something that has a theme with a big reach, a documentary about black holes, that, maybe that gets a lot of traction. I'm just not, I personally don't want to choose my art based on what I think people might want. But I'm not saying other people shouldn't do that. It has every right to do it. There should be no censorship. Right. Everyone should have equal opportunity. It's just that I'm a little jealous of these rich people getting richer thanks to Kickstarter. They don't really need to. If I spent my own money on making poultry out of the chicken bed, I don't have a $30 million Manhattan mansion. But again, I'm not saying it shouldn't be done. I just find it kind of unpleasant.
Yeah.
Troma is totally bust. We're totally bust. We couldn't have made Occupy Can. It wouldn't have happened unless our fans helped us. Our fans helped us out. So about half the budget came from our fans. And that movie never would have gotten made if our fans hadn't helped us.
Yeah, people like being a part of things too. And especially, the internet things go viral very quickly. So I think people are more invested in something if they feel like, oh, I put a little piece of that. Like we did a Kickstarter in Detroit to build a statue of RoboCop. It's kind of silly, but I think RoboCop kicks ass, and I was like, fuck yeah, I want a giant statue of RoboCop. That's awesome. So I put some money into it, and then they got enough money and they built it because that's something we wanted here in Detroit. So I think stuff like that's cool.
Great. See, that makes sense. See, that's the theme. That's the mainstream concept, and you've got something to build on. Yeah, and then you've got a lot of people who want it, and then it happens. And you just have to hope the people putting it together and building it are going to be decent and not to spend the money on porn.
Right. They maybe spend a little on porn, and I'm okay with that.
Well, a little bit, yeah. They deserve some. Yeah.
Will you guys ever release like a Toxic Avenger box set on Blu-ray, and it's like shaped like Toxie's head? And if you use that, I want $1 of like profit. But I was just, I just think that would be really cool.
It would be very cool, but we have no money. We are organizing a Blu-ray, but it will be a terrific Blu-ray, but it's not going to, we don't have any money for packaging, so it's going to be the traditional. I think it'll be distinctive and it'll be cool, but we can't afford to make it in the shape of Toxie's head. The problem with Blu-rays is we lose money on all of them, and it takes us a long time to get enough money to make them. But Toxie and Blood-Sucking Freaks are both in the pipeline, and they are coming. They're being made, and Toxie is going to have amazing extras.
Yay! I like extras, and I know a lot of movie nerds do.
I think we put out new Troma movies every month. And if you go to the Troma website, we have a store there. go to tromashop.com. You can see what's new, posters, T-shirts, DVDs. We even have a movie. We have a brand new movie called Looney in the Woods, which is only available. We're distributing it only on VHS.
What? Really? That's awesome.
Yeah. It's a good movie. It's a very good movie, too. Maybe later on we'll release it in other formats, but for the time being, it's only VHS.
Nah, I'll pick that up. I'd have to buy another VHS player, though.
We're also working on the Surf Nazis Must Die VHS because our fans asked for that. Our fans wanted the Toxic Avenger on VHS, Nuke'em High on VHS. Mm-hmm. We did that. Limited editions, of course. Father's Day VHS also, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I love Father's Day. I have that on. I actually did buy the book. I reviewed it on our site. I love that movie. It's just so... I just wish they made a lot... You guys make the movies that I want to watch. I want to see, tits, ass, blood, and just awesome stuff happening, and that's what you guys do, so...
Yep, and we give you plenty of penis, too, let me tell you.
I also enjoy penis.
In fact, when you see Return to Nuke'em High, you'll see this. All sorts of viscera and a very attractive nudity at both genders, all three genders.
I'm glad you're thinking of the ladies. Sometimes we just don't get enough full frontal male nudity in movies, honestly.
I agree.
Well, that's all the questions I had for you, and I really appreciate you taking time out to talk to me and talk to us at Movie Sleuth, because I'm a super huge fan.
Well, let me give you one other bit of information. We put on a film festival every year, Troma Dance Film Festival, which is free, and it's not Troma movies. Troma Dance is for people like you who make movies, and you can submit your movies for free. Tromadance.com is the website, so you can send in your movies for free. It takes place in Asbury Park, New Jersey, home of the Toxic Avenger, and it's no VIP policy, so everybody's treated equally. And Troma Dance has a Detroit satellite festival, Troma Dance Detroit, and I think that goes on in June.
Oh, excellent.
I think it's the third year of Troma Dance Detroit, because it's very exciting. It was great last year.
Yeah, excellent.
And I'll probably show up. I'm hoping that I can get break free to come out to Detroit when Troma Dance occurs.
I hope so, because I'd like to meet you in person and shake your hand.
Well, I would like to shake your hand. If you're in New York, by all means, come visit the Troma building in New York and meet the nice young people who work here.
All right. Okay. But yeah, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Well, keep in touch, and thank you so much, and good luck to you.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. It went good. Yeah. Yay. And I got to say something about full frontal nudity.
Yeah.
I also enjoy penis.